Hello everyone, my name's Optec and welcome to my Warlock point of view raid guides. Thank you for the feedback on the last video. Without further ado, this is my guide to Warlock. As ever, start with a precast soulfire. Get all your ducts up. And with this we split the raid into several sections so the chain lightning didn't kill too many people. You can see where my portal is. I'll only be moving forwards and backwards along there. Try to avoid side to side movement, as this means you can chain more people with the lightning. See the first wind burst, I just walk towards Warlock and get thrown back to my portal. You can see this core line coming in from the left hand side. I'm going to think about that and move into position. I angle my camera down like this just so I can make sure that I'm going to avoid it. I shouldn't really be backpedaling here, but oh well, hindsight is what you're supposed to do. Don't forget about fell flame, it is incredibly useful when you're moving. Here's a wind blast, nice little warlock trick you can do. Get hit by the wind blast and just portal down to your position. Be careful, if you jump off the platform and attempt to portal back, you will have the kind of corpse catcher mechanic, and you'll just be spinning above your portal for a while. See another score line coming in. You can see that's what happens if you fail with the chain lightning. Someone ran onto our segment and chained all of us, probably killing that person. And here we go into phase 2. Now, where I'm stood, I've got a long way to go, so I'm going to move there, casting Fell Flame, any instant cast Soulfires I get, and Refreshing Corruption. Now, you can see from the number of people dead in phase 1 there that we wiped on that try, so I'm moving on to a better phase 2. You can see we've all grouped up. There's no more chain lightning, so you just have to watch out for the score lines. You can see these ads spawning. When you kill one of these ads, the boss gets a debuff, and the debuff stacks. It's 10% extra damage. As a warlock, you'll be DPSing these down. We don't kill any of them until 3 have spawned, and we just use marks to indicate the kill order, and you should just be dotting them up and making sure their health is low, but don't kill them. I'm focusing mainly on Warlock here for this bit. See, it's about time to kill the first ad now. The 4th one spawned. Try and keep the ads out of the raid, make sure obviously you don't pull aggro off your tank. It can be quite easy to forget about the score lines in phase 2. A mistake on them can kill people needlessly. There's no reason to die from that in phase 2. You could possibly put Bane on the boss and focus your DPS on the ads. That's not what I did here. I was just chucking dots on the ads when they needed, and then nuking when they needed to go down, and just focusing my DPS on Warlock here. You can see I've enlarged the debuff window now. So you can see that on the top left next to Warlock's health. This will show the debuff. The ad needs to die before that debuff gets to 0. If it goes to 0, the stacks will reset. You take a constant damage buff from acid rain during this phase. The longer you stay in this phase, the more damage your raid takes. You can see it's a really long travel time from a soulfire to when it's cast to when it actually hits. Mainly due to the size of Warlock here. You see the school line forming there? There it goes. It's always risky with when the gap's at the edge, because the tank's got to walk away from the boss and he takes lots of damage. You can see as the stacks get closer, as we get to more and more ads, you're no longer just DPSing them down a little bit. You've got a full nuke on them pretty much. You see their heroism was popped, so I'm using my Infernal. I cocked it up a bit there. I tried to cast it out of range, try and avoid that. Again, now it's going into full nuke, moving into the next phase. Our tactic here is to swim, if you want to call it that, right to the bottom of the raid as far down as you can go. Now there's all sorts of problems here with the Warlock, because easily my pet just died. Not sure whether it's best to try and resummon him or not. I think on this attempt I did resummon him. Again, I've switched to another video there. We had a good phase 2 followed by a wipe. So here's the actual kill phase 3. Now that was a mistake. We all were in the cloud, but luckily no fatalities from that. Make sure after that wind burst goes off that you all move back to your position. You should see a cloud form soon. Also at this point I think I've only just realised that there's a life spark up here. If there is one up, make sure you kill it, because it will give an extra 10% on the boss. It's also an achievement if you kill it when he's got the buff on him. Again, the rotation kind of goes out the window here when I'm just panicking about my position and who's dropping from the sky. And this is where I cock up. I think I get wind burst and I don't swim up. There we go, wind burst into the cloud, I don't move and I die just as Alakir dies. You guys can probably do a better job than me in phase 3. Anyways, that's the Warlock point of view for Alakir. Thank you very much.